Hello YouTube, this is Fly Oasis '06. I'm coming at you with some rhetorical questions. I'm very much open to video responses, questions, concerns, comments. I'm going to have two main focuses today on the topic of women and how we encounter with men, what we will sacrifice in order to keep a relationship steady. To make it more specific, it's personally more about myself and my current situation. So, for starters, um, I should tell you that I am a minority. I was raised by strong black women who taught me, never chase after a man, don't buy him this at this time, never buy a man a pair of shoes because he ain't gonna do nothing but wear them to the next woman's house. You know, if you don't want to have sex, then you say no. You put your foot down, which all makes sense. When it's all said and done, I was taught to take charge of myself because I'm what's important. But I'm on my own now, and it's hard to do that. It's hard. It's so easy to just be told, hey, take charge. But like I said, it is a little it's a little hard for myself. But I'm gonna jump into the topic of sex. Okay, I've noticed that. Well, I'm 20 years of age. I'm in school. I don't have any kids. At this point, I don't want any kids right now. So I'm on birth control. But we still have activity. And I'm very much aware of the fact that every time I lay down, birth control, condom, what have you, whatever, I'm risking a chance of putting my life on hold to raise um, a dependent individual. But I also know that every time I lay down unprotected, I'm risking that chance times two. To raise someone who's dependent fully on myself. My concern is, I brought this topic up to my other half, but for some reason it turns out to be a selfish act on my behalf to even consider, you know, condoms every time. Because if it was up to me, we would have condoms every single time. It's okay with me. I don't want any kids. But you know what? We don't need them. And I know I don't want kids, and I just sit here and I told you what kind of risk I'm taking. Not only with kids, with diseases, this and that. You know, all I have is my other half's word. We're not married, so he could very much be with someone else. So it's not just kids. So why do I not take that into consideration and look out for myself? Why do I not address my mate and say, baby, I'm looking out for the both of us. It's not just me. I'm not being selfish. If you can't understand that, if you cannot want what's best for me, then this isn't gonna work. I need to move on. Why can't I say that? And I can, I know. But why don't I consider that? Like, is 6 to however many minutes or hours of pleasure that I haven't even gained, 100% because I'm still learning a few things. Is that little window worth putting my entire life on hold to raise a child? It's not. But why do I continue to do the same thing over and over again? Um, there was a quote that I heard this past week, and if I'm not mistaken, it was never make permanent decisions. Let me see. Never make a permanent decision in a temporary situation. Please take note of that. And that's very valuable. And I'm going to try to consider that every time I lay down. Every time I lay down with him. But that's it as far as the sex topic. The last one, the next and the last one would involve, I told you I'm a student. I'm a full-time student. I work, 30 hours a week. I get off around 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Come home, eat. Well, I have to study, and I won't lie. I kind of halfway do it so I can hurry up and, see them. But, sometimes I'm full-heartedly into my work. But when it's all said and done, when when I finally hear from him, because he kind of gets off late too, but he has his own business to take care of or desires to fulfill. When I finally hear from him, it never fails. 80% of the time, unless I'm tired, just not gonna get out of bed at some 5 o'clock in the morning to come over your house because you finally decide you want to be free. 80% of the time, no matter what I have to do the next day, no matter how I feel, okay, I have enough sense to stay in the bed if I can sleep. But no matter what errand I have to run, no matter what test I have to take, I'm gonna go over there. And my face has started breaking out. My body isn't functioning like it normally would. I'm light complected, so I have a few circles around my eyes. Come on now. Am I? Is the aging of my body like not more important than going over there and going to sleep anyway? Like, if I get up, after most of the time when I go over there, I'm already in the bed. So when I get up and I get in my car to go over his house, I'm getting right back in the bed. But my sleep is broken up. I have to fall back asleep. Why not just stay at home? I don't know the answer to that. But I know I'm not the only one who goes through this. And if you are going through it, just take the time and think about it. Because it's really important. And I thank you for your time. And I hope to hear from you also.